Merry Christmas and our Happy Holidays, however anyone refers it, he said. I would have preferred to beat the game yesterday, but probably was a blessing in disguise. Because I do want to play Growlanser 5 after we beat this. And there's just a bit extra... There's just a few more things to do in the game. We need to find an enemy called a spirit to unlock one last arena fight. Yo, Amok, how's it going? Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. I don't know how to, I know some people get really particular when it comes to, like... No plans for me. I thought I had some plans, but they were canceled on me, so I don't have any plans anymore. Yeah, I'm beating the game today. Yeah, but Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or however you prefer it. I do know that some people get really particular when it comes to that. But... I'll be honest, the holidays in recent years are just more so stressful than fun or enjoyable. I played number 4. It's on the channel. There's like 2 routes I didn't do, and I'm going to do them eventually. I'm going to try to do them eventually. But I don't want to hop back in. It's too soon. I wouldn't enjoy it as much. I need to take a break. Because I think the gameplay is going to sift when I hop to the 5th one. I think the character models are 3D, though I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the models become 3D with the 5th game. And I'm just really curious to see how that works. Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, yeah. Bachelor Christmas. Hope you're enjoying your Christmas with your girlfriend, though. For me, it's a bachelor Christmas, though. Hopefully, my stream will provide some background noise for anyone that cares. Oh, if you're still here, when I went to go live, I saw that... I don't know how accurate YouTube is with this, but I saw that, from what I could tell, you were streaming Star Ocean 6 until about midnight last night. So I'm glad to see you're enjoying that. To be, again, I guess I'll say it again, like... The overall story for that game will not be, like, anything great to write home about, but the gameplay more than makes up for it, in my opinion. Like, none of the Star Ocean games really have an amazing story, and I come back to this comment I saw like a few years ago when I think of the Star Ocean series, and it's that like think of like plot points in any Star Ocean game that you can like remember characters that aren't like the main cast. And like Star Ocean 1 in particular, like I only remember like some major plot points that happened, but like the models, people hate the models. But it's a very fun game to play. Like, also, I say we're gonna beat this game today, but there's apparently one rarest monster in this dungeon that I need to find to unlock one last arena battle to get the ultimate reward and basically the ultimate item, I guess you could say, in this game. And I have to hope and pray that this enemy spawns somewhere in here. Actually, I think I need to go back up the floor to check every room. Who's your favorite character to play as so far? Actually, I like most of them except, again, I really wanted to try to make Nina like a damage unit, even with like some equipment, like trying to get some factors on her equipment to make her like a good DPS unit. I love trying to break characters out of their specified roles in RPGs. Like Estelle from Tales of Vesperia, for instance, like I remember trying to make her a really good DPS. Colette from Tales of Symphonia, I really like trying to make a DPS. Sorry about that, I sniffed. Well, you unlocked Elena already? Did you unlock the mage yet? The old man. Well, not really old, but the older man. I think Elena is the blonde-haired girl. Elena has a lot of the abilities that past characters in Star Ocean games had. Like, her skill set is basically, like, lots of skills from different characters from past Star Ocean games, which is really neat to me. The sad thing is, like, her special ability, with Duma, I think, isn't the greatest. It, like, scans an enemy and makes temporarily, like, puts her to their strength, but in Star Ocean games, you're usually, like, with item creation, you're usually, like, overpowering an enemy, so, like, you'd basically be, like, trying to make yourself weaker if you use her specific ability. I forget how that works. I also do like how Star Ocean, 6 has, like, ultimate attacks. Like, Star Ocean 6 actually has, like, mystic art, sort of. Which is really neat. Like, I feel like that was something that the Star Ocean series needed to, like, not be compared with Tales of. Medeus, I would say give him some attention and try to, like, give him some skills. shorten his cast time with some item creation stuff, and he becomes really fun to play. Like, it's either who... It's not, he's not a ninja, but who is, the princess's, companion? I forget his name. I actually got his ending is the one I got in Star Citizen 6 and I wasn't aiming for it. But, I like his playstyle, and I liked Medeus. There's one specific spell Medeus has that I love to use. Like, that game is so fun. I took allergy medicine, but I'm still... Sort of wish my, I wish my headset had a mute button instead of having to kick, the little mic that's near my face back up to mute myself. Yeah, I got his ending. I wasn't even aiming for it. And that was even with me, like, trying to do all the private actions in the game that I could. And that sort of took away from my enjoyment trying to do all the private actions in Star Citizen 6. And then I ended up not getting the ending I wanted. Like, if I could go back, I wouldn't stress about the private actions or backtracking to a town to see a private action. I still had a great enough fun in the first place, but... I think we're about due for a new Star Ocean game soon. I'm sure it'll happen. I'm sure the series isn't dead because the last Star Ocean game, Star Ocean entry was Star Ocean 2's remake, and that sold good enough from what I remember. So I'm sort of like the franchise isn't considered dead at this point. I remember after Star Ocean 5 released, everyone said that Star Ocean was basically going to be a dead series. And Star Ocean 6 just came out of nowhere. At least you'll be able to use your PS5. I know you were complaining about not being able to use your PS5 for some games, but you'll be able to use it for Star Ocean 4 at least. Or Star Ocean 5. I always get Star Ocean 5 and 6 confused. There shouldn't be ads on the stream, by the way.
これでおしまいですね。
Or even for the past few streams, because I specifically turned them off. Just because... Actually, I don't know. Because I wasn't making that great progress. I love there's an ability that, the Star Ocean 3, 5, and 6 protagonists, have called... It has different names sometimes, but it's Abyssal Gale or something. I love Abyssal Gale. The ability that lets you, like, warp across the battlefield. Raymond has it. I think it's like... I think you have to go pretty far in a skill tree, though, or save up a lot of points. And then there's another ability he gets later on. I'm sure you might have noticed something on Raymond's skill tree that's like different from every other character's, and if you're just wondering how that unlocks, don't worry about it. It's just progress. It's just something that's tied to the main story. Because hopefully that's not a spoiler, but I remember like seeing that and like wondering if I was doing something wrong or something, or if I had to do some hidden side quest to unlock it, but no. Like if you've noticed that one skill node on Raymond's tree that's like locked, or it's like great, I forget how it looks, but it unlocks when you progress the main story. So if you're worried about that, don't spoil yourself looking it up on how that unlocks. It happens when you do the main story. I remember when the game had first released and I was like sort of like losing it, trying to figure out like, is there a hidden side quest somewhere that I have to do to get this to unlock? Yeah, I like Raymond. Oh, I remember how I handled the post game of Star Ocean 6. Thinking about it now. Yeah, I kitted my Raymond out at the for the post game. I actually do have like some good video of that on my channel. Hopefully. I'm sure I do.
たわ。
I could complain about this game, like, having these randomly procedurally generated dungeons, but to be fair, Growlanser 1 and 4 don't necessarily have that many dungeons that are that, and even then, they're not that complicated. It's toxic. Sort of funny how how an enemy will come into the
終わったみたいね。
path to try to block you.
これでおしまいですね。
Everyone comments about that. I swear to goodness, everyone says that. Yeah. It's where like the birds are, yes, it's sort of like the birds are flying around in that town, and I think one of them falls out the sky or something. Yeah, that's really funny. Like, it's funny that it's in the, I mean, COVID isn't funny in itself, but it's funny that it's like sort of represented in the game.
疲れたわ。
Star Ocean 7 will have the main cast land on a planet that's in the midst of a global economic crisis.
終わったみたいね。
Definitely a dungeon, alright.
これでおしまいですね。
Devil Survivor 1 or 2? One definitely feels more so like that than 2. I definitely enjoyed Devil Survivor 1 more than 2. Just because, like, you could feel this. Yeah, okay. Like, you can feel the stakes heavily in Devil Survivor 1, especially with the numbers over people's heads. But, like, Devil Survivor 2 sort of, like, feels a bit too much happy-go-lucky, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it wasn't to my taste in particular. Like, I liked how Devil Survivor 1, like, you always felt like you were in a crisis or a pinch. But, like, in Devil Survivor 2, like, there are, of course, moments where, like, with despair and stuff, but I really prefer Devil Survivor 1. Like, the intrigue and everything else was just really more to my taste than 1. I mean, with Devil Survivor 2, like, I forget, the Septarians. Oh, there's a thing we need. We have to make sure to kill that. I remember everyone with the Mega 10 fan base, like, hates the Minotaur and the, what is it? Minotaur and... I cannot think of his name. What is the, what's the fiend in Nocturne? The first fiend in Nocturne? Matador. Everyone, says Matador and the Minotaur gatekeeps or filters the SMT community. What I was filtered by in SMT was the Wendigo in Devil Survivor 1. That Wendigo was like the bane of my existence for the longest time. Okay, we hit it.
疲れたわ。
I like that fight. I understand why, like, it's complicated, but I really... Well, the encounter where you can actually defeat him if you do everything correctly. It wasn't Velder, it was the Wendigo, the ice monkey thing. It's the first thing that's literally gonna kill. It's basically the thing that's going to kill the party
これでおしまいです。
from the numbers over their heads. Granted, I think I did have trouble with Wendigo, and I was really stubborn with trying to skill crack one of, I think, Ice Dance from him. And so I wanted to skill crack that and defeat him. And I was really stubborn on that, so that probably complicated matters, but... Builder is who you use the, what was it? You hit him with, like, an item. The main character hits him with, I forget what it was called. Like, I enjoyed that fight. Like, it's slow and tedious, but it was really neat. You couldn't imagine it? I mean, I could imagine it. Yeah, the Devil Field. Yeah, you have to talk to an NPC in one of the optional little events. The main character, the protagonist has the Devil Field in his hand and like just hits Builder. Well, I like when I initially did that, like I just imagined the main character having the Devil's Fields like clenched into his fist and like punching Builder to death. The King of Bell. Like also I liked the plot point where the main character is a candidate to become the King of Bell too. Like I really liked a lot of stuff that goes on in not Growlanser. I really liked a lot of stuff that goes down in Devil Survivor 1 compared to 2. Like the sense of crisis and urgency in Devil Survivor 1 just was really good compared to 2. And I'm not even saying that 2 is a bad game, but it's the main thing that I have an issue with Devil Survivor 1 overclocked version for the 3DS is they didn't end up uncompressing the music. Like everything's still compressed, but when they did Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker for 3DS, they uncompressed everything for that. Because they didn't do that the same thing for Devil Survivor 1. I really hope I'm going the right way because I see how the path is laid out. Thank goodness.
そこよ。そこよ。
That's your guys' own fault.
終わったみたいね。
Sort of insane that we could not access this area of the game. This town, capital city of Agressiville.
クライブ、
どうした？
都市リンデンバーグが沈黙した。
なんだと？
あの町が突破されたということは、町を守っていたオルフェウスは。
風よ！どうやらもうすぐここへ来るようだぞ。
バーバラ、いいえ、シモーヌ、もうやめるのです。
精霊の力を悪用しよるのは許せへんで。
あと少しでシオン様の計画が完了する。それまで邪魔はさせねえ。
This is gonna be a difficult map because they ended up closing those doors on us. At least they were showing us how to unlock the doors and stuff. So we're gonna have to have our party stand on these switches and just slowly crawl our way through. Sorta tedious, but okay. I like how there's strategy involved. I like it when the game's providing a challenge. Wait, what was I saying about strategy? Did I say it could go out the window? I think so. Wait. My joke.
Ha!
Sephiroth's coming.
我に従え。
Hate it when Sephiroth does that. Switches, levers, gimmicks. What do you mean? They knew. What's the point of even doing that?
本気やで。
ごめんなさい。
ちくしょう、どうなってやがる。時空の宝珠の効果がねえぞ。
ビクトルさんの干渉装置のおかげですね。
こんなものに頼らなくてもお前らなんかに負ける俺じゃねえ。バカな。だがシオン様の計画は止められん。
よくもあの子を我が子の敵。
はっ。
さすがオルフェウスを破っただけのことはある。
母上。
オルフェウス。
嘘、二人は親子だったんですか。まさかあなたが残してきた子供というのは。
その通りです。私の本当の名はシモーヌ・リードブルク、オルフェウスの母です。14年前、私はオルフェウスと生まれたばかりのミシェールを置いて月の精霊使いになりました。しかし、いくら精霊使いの仕事が重要とはいえ、家族を残して家を出なければならなかったこと、私は悔やんでいました。特に夫が病に倒れ、ミシェールも不治の病と知ってからは。そんな時、シオン様がこうおっしゃったのです。月の社を捨て我が元へ来い。自分に協力すれば子供たちの病を治してやると。
だからお社を出たのですか。
私たちのことを思ってそこまでしてくれた母上を私は裏切れませんでした。だがミシェールの病気が治った今、母上はあいつの言うことを聞く必要はなくなった。
ミシェールの病気が治った。
そうです。 だからもう戦う必要はないんです。
しかしそれではお前の治療薬は。
私は自分が生きながらえるために悪に手を貸すことなどこれ以上耐えられません。もし父上がここにいればきっと同じことを言ったはずです。
わかりました。もう悪事に手を貸すことはやめましょう。見え
あなたのおかげでシモーヌを殺さずに済みました。本当にありがとうございます。なんだか不思議ですね。最初にあなたを見かけた時はこんなことになるなんて思いもしませんでした。これを運命のいたずらと呼ぶのでしょうか。
皆さんありがとうございます。おかげで子供たちとまた一緒に暮らせます。
I apologize to Barbara for... I forget what I called her. Oh, I know what I called her, but earlier in the game, but because she was doing what she did for her kids. I take back what I said earlier in the playthrough.
本当にありがとうございます。それから皆さんにお願いがあるんですが、ジェームズ殿下は助けていただけないでしょうか。
確かにあの人は野心家でしたが、ここまでひどいことを考えていたわけではありません。シオン様が彼を利用しただけなのです。
And there's the last ultimate piece of warmer for heal.
なんだお前たちは。おお、あの男め、私をこんなところに閉じ込めようって。あんな奴は倒されて当然だ。シオンはその扉を抜けた向こうにいる。大方内側から鍵をかけているだろう。だが左右にある石像のどっちだったかな。とにかく石像を動かせば隠し通路が見つかるはずだ。まったくシオンのやつめ、私をこんなところに。
トランスゲートで逃げたらええやん。
トランスゲートを使うには専用のペンダントが必要なのだ。だがそれを取り上げられた。
Wow. That is actually sort of funny.
とにかくやっと外に出られる。後のことは頼んだぞ。
We haven't talked to the president, President Burns, since forever. We don't even need to talk to him anymore, but I want to see what he says. Is he even in here? No. Huh. Wonder where he went. Be right back. If anyone is interested and is watching currently, if anyone wants to see other character endings in this game, tell me now, or I might only do one or two for the moment and come back, or maybe do a off-stream recording of the other endings.
やはり来たのか。できれば君たちの顔は見たくなかったよ。君に好かれたのは一生の汚点かもしれんな。間に合っただと？5万の魂のことを言っているのか？
Messed up already though. Apparently we made the wrong choice.
やはり来たのか。できれば君たちの顔は見たくなかったよ。君に好かれたのは一生の汚点かもしれんな。
面白いことを言う。儀式ができないだと。これで5万だ。あとは間もなく始まる皆既日食を待つのみ。
覚悟してください。見えた。そこよ。
精霊の力を悪用すれば世界全体を滅ぼしかねんことくらい知っとるやろが。あんたのせいで一体どんくらいの人が犠牲になったか分かっとるんか。
この世界は人が精霊の力を抑制しなければならない不完全な存在だ。私が事を起こさずともいずれ滅びるだろう。ならば私が王となって精霊をすべこの世界を安定させてやる。そのための些細な犠牲だ。
そこや。よっしゃ。
そこよ。次は誰でしょう。そこよ。
懐かしいよ。ほんの数ヶ月前なのにね。あの時お前を切った感触はまだ覚えている。
はっ。
覚悟してください。そこよ。
はっ。
無駄だ。私を殺すことはできない。私はまた別の肉体に。
今ですよ。精霊に戦死を命じるんです。
なんだと貴様。くそ。
Let there be light.
終わったか。
これで世界は救われたのね。お疲れ様でした。あ、壺を闇の総本山に持っていかないと。
Can I save? No. Oh well, the imported characters. Okay guys, sorry I dragged you guys into this mess. Yeah, the world is safe from evil for a while because this is a prequel. I am Growlanser. I wonder if they had unique dialogue if they were brought to the final flight. Anyone else? Let's get Victor's ending. I want to see this one. Actually, I want to know if I can even get this one. Actually, I think I can just get every character's ending. TG's. I'm gonna be quiet for now.
お疲れ様です、ダークロード様。先ほどシオンの魂が冥界へ向かうのを確認しました。これで世界を覆っていた闇は晴れ、日の光も元に戻るでしょう。これが魂の壺ですな。では私たちがこの中の魂を輪廻の輪に戻しておきましょう。それからこれは記憶のルビーですな。わかりました。元の場所に保管しておきます。
さあ、これで全て終わったわね。みんなのところへ戻りましょう。
いいえ、まだです。ダークロード様の魂をその肉体から取り出しませんと。
だってそんなことしたら。
しかしこのままダークロード様がこの肉体に居座れば、元の魂であるグレイ・ギルバートの魂が消滅してしまうのですよ。あなたは自分の幼なじみを見殺しにするつもりですか？
そんなつもりは。だけど、だからって。
これはダークロード様が憑依の秘術を使われた時に言われたいわば遺言なのです。シオンを倒した暁にはおとなしく死を受け入れる。肉体の持ち主を救ってやってくれと。この体がなくなるわけではありません。 何も心配はありませんよ。
じゃない。私は外見に惚れたんじゃない。この人の考え方、行動に、魂に惚れたのよ。
よく言った。
じいさんずるいで。わい一人にこないなもん担がせて。
ビクトル、ヒューイ。
こんなこともあろうかと思ってな、これを作っておいたのじゃ。ほれ早く出さんか。
へいへい。とに人使いが荒いわ。
これはそっくりさんがもう一人。
シオンがやっていた方法から思いついてな、お前さんのホムンクルスを作っておいたんじゃ。見ての通りこのままでは魂がない。精霊使いのあんたたちならこの体に魂を移せるんじゃないかな。
はい、新しい器があれば魂を冥界に送る必要はありませんから。
嘘みたい。
いいってことよ。こっちもあんたがいなかったら死んでいたしな。それより俺が心残りなのは、とにかくあんたには負けたよ。
Sorry, bro.
とにかく大団円や。よっしゃ、みんなで帰ろう。
Sorry, Gray. Is what it is.
なんや。そっか。ホモンクルスになってもうたから見えへんようになってもうたよな。わかった。任しとき。なあなあリーダー。ラミーからの伝言や。
今まで楽しかった。これから幸せになってね。
だそうや。
Growlanser 1 world. Because you can see the mountain. I love it. I love world building like that. That's why I love the Trails series. And that's why this is a prequel. To be continued in Growlancer 1 and 2, except, we never brought Growlancer 1 to the West, so... yeah. Growlancer 4, Growlancer 1, Growlancer 3, Growlancer 2. Those are my favorite games in order. So far. Need to play 5 and 6. Yes. This may not work. So I guess I can talk about this game. I do like how how the main character is and isn't a silent main character at the same time, sort of, kind of. It's a unique way to do things. Annette and Gray and Annette's mother and the assassin, Gray's, well, not rival. Well, I guess it would be Gray's rival, but Annette and Gray and the assassin and Annette's mother and father, I guess. Like, all that is sort of, like, pushed to the wayside after you get about halfway through the game. Like that design. Never saw that, I don't think. So, the whole thing with Gray, and the relationship with Gray and all of that, it sort of, like, doesn't become the focus. I guess you could say, well, I mean, even finishing off, I forget the name of the assassin, Gray's rival, even doing that, and, getting revenge on him is an optional thing. Like, you might not even, know to close that story beat. It sucks, but it is what it is. At the very start of the game, we go and help the space-time tower go to the new world to escape this dying world because the sun's being blocked out because of Xeon's power, which you learn in this game. That's why this world was dying. In a way, I'm half and half on this. I like how the space-time tower and the Featherians working on it and all that, like, it's one of the first arcs of the game is, like, getting that done. I like how once that's over, like, the game loses its connection for the most part to Growlanser 1, except for the ending scene to be continued in Growlanser 1 and 2. Growlanser 2. Anyway, but, like, I like how it, like, it isn't being propped up by Growlanser 1, like, at the very least, the space-time tower just went to the new world or whatever. Though I would have liked to see it mentioned more or be explored more in depth, though I don't know how that would work, but at the same time, like, I would worry that the story of this game would be relying on that, because after that's done, the whole, Spirit Master angle comes into play. And I'm very glad when we get to the dead mining town where no one is, that at the very least when you rest at the inn, he'll, before you finish the arc with moving the space-time tower, he'll, like, sort of hints at something more going on. So it doesn't especially come out of left field. Hate this guy. This guy is just... Pretty boy is just really villainous. Like, he really didn't want... He didn't want anyone to escape the world. And him reincarnating constantly is the reason the world kept dying, because of his dark powers kept on. Every time he would reincarnate, it was like blocking out the sun, and just because of that, the world was dying. World's dying, Cloud. That Randolph. Like, he was utilized, like he killed Queen Theodora off camera. But, yeah, her. Sort of odd, but whatever. Like, some of this stuff was underutilized. Whatever happened to him? Huh. Wait a sec. That wasn't resolved, was it? Or am I missing something? Well, I mean, he sent Gray to assassinate Annette's father, which he took the job just so another assassin wouldn't be assigned to it to protect her father. That's sort of odd. And again, like I said, at the top left, the very top left of the map, there's a town where he is, but we can't go to it. I'm actually very curious if there was a walkthrough walls cheat, if you could, like, get past the mountains and go visit that town. That's sort of unresolved. And I'm wondering, maybe I missed this too, but I'm wondering who Wenzel? I'm wondering who Wenzel was. He should have been on the space-time tower, but I didn't notice anyone that could have been him. Or no, I think it goes to the new world, and then like lots of years pass, and then the whole Grossians appear, and the world they go to, if I remember correctly, the original inhabitants of the world the space-time tower goes to is the Gevel. Like, the Gevels are the original inhabitants, if I remember correctly. Growlanser 1. And then I think Grossians... Yeah, the Grossians end up fighting the Featherians, so I guess like some of the humans on the space-time tower when it leaves this world and goes to Growlanser 1's world, where the Gevel, I think, live. After some time passes, the humans and Featherians fight. Featherians separate to their floating island. And then I think Wenzel just is the last Well, grocery from that area or something from the war. Whatever. Um... Give me a clean look at the CG. I beat the game. Just beat it. I got in its ending. Sort of, bit upset that I can't... It doesn't seem like I can clear the text to get a screenshot for these CGs. Growlanser 1. My favorite in order is Growlanser 4, Growlanser 1, Growlanser 3, and Growlanser 2. I don't like Growlanser 2. Out of the first 4 games, Growlanser 2 is my least favorite. I'm sure there's some way to get those, CGs in full view. We're not done because we have 5 other endings to view. If I did this correctly. Uh-oh. Okay. Story and gameplay wise, Growlanser, well... Yeah, story and gameplay wise, Growlanser, who's my least favorite out of the first 4 Growlanser games. It wasn't needed. Though... I feel like that's coming from a place as someone who played Growlanser 1, though. Because you wouldn't know... You wouldn't think about that if you didn't have a chance to experience Growlanser 1 in English. Which, I can say this at this point, I don't really care for the PSP exclusive path in Growlancer 1's PSP version. So if only the PS1 version of Growlancer 1 is being translated and getting an English patch, that does suck. But as someone who played, like, the extra PSP route, you're not really missing much if people don't get to experience that fully in English. In my opinion, I don't think people are missing much. I played Growlancer for, like... three times already, so...
お疲れ様です、ダークロード様。先ほどシオンの魂が冥界へ向かうのを確認しました。これで世界を覆っていた闇は晴れ、日の光も元に戻るでしょう。これが魂の壺ですな。では私たちがこの中の魂を輪廻の輪に戻しておきましょう。それからこれは記憶のルビーですな。わかりました。元の場所に保管しておきます。何ですと？オルフェーズ殿の薬？かしこまりました。治療薬の件お任せください。
これでお兄様のお体も良くなるのですね。ありがとうございます。本当にお疲れ様でした。これで全てが終わったのですね。
いいえ、まだです。ダークロード様の魂をその肉体から取り出しませんと。
え、何のことでしょう？
あなたはご存じないのですか？あなたが知っているこの方はグレイという男の体をダークロード様の魂が動かしているもの。しかしこのままダークロード様の魂が入り続けていれば、肉体の本来の持ち主であるグレイ・ギルバートの魂が消滅してしまうのです。
そんな、それではどうすればいいのですか？
グレイ・ギルバートを救うにはダークロード様の魂を取り出さねばなりません。逆にダークロード様をそのままにすればグレイ・ギルバートが消滅することになります。魂が消滅すると二度と生まれ変わることはありません。ですからダークロード様の魂を取り出すのです。
でも
これはダークロード様が憑依の秘術を使われた時に言われたいわば遺言なのです。シオンを倒した暁にはおとなしく死を受け入れる。肉体の持ち主を救ってやってくれと。
せっかくあの部屋の外で会えるようになったのに、こんなのって悲しすぎます。
残念ですが諦めてください。
ちょっと待った。
What if I never fixed the portal to come here?
じいさんずるいで。
あなたたちは
こんなこともあろうかと思ってな、これを作っておいたのじゃ。ほれ早く出さんか。
へいへい。とに人使いが荒いわ。
これはそっくりさんがもう一人。
シオンがやっていた方法から思いついてな、お前さんのホムンクルスを作っておいたんじゃ。見ての通りこのままでは魂がない。精霊使いのあんたたちならこの体に魂を移せるんじゃないかな。
はい、新しい器があれば魂を冥界に送る必要はありませんから。
I know I'm not a relevant streamer, but I really hope what people call the streamer curse happens, even if it's gonna be detrimental to me. And since I'm playing all the Growlanser games back to back for the most part, excluding 4 since I recently played that a while ago for the 3rd time.
ミシェール、よかった。俺の愛しい人。どうしたんだいミシェール。俺がわからないのか？
Huh?
あなたグレイさんですね。
何を言うんだ。俺は。
嘘をついてもダメです。好きになった人を見間違うことはありません。
ち、やっぱりダメか。
Are Gray wanted Michelle more so than Annette. I've only done Annette's ending like years ago. Wow.
さっきも言った通り、好きになった相手を見間違うことはありませんから。さあ帰りましょう。私もっといろんなところへ行ってみたいの。
大団円じゃな。
よっしゃ、みんなで帰ろう。なんや。そっか、ホモンクルスになってもうたから見えへんようになってもうたやな。
That does make some sense, since I think Gray actually Child Gray was and his mother were searching for a herb to cure her sickness earlier in the game.
わかった、任しとき。
So I guess it makes sense he had a crystal on her. They shuffle Gray off the screen. I feel sort of bad for Gray. They shuffle him off the screen.
ラミーからの伝言や。
今まで楽しかった。
これから幸せになってね。だそうや。
We've watched this ending credits theme already, so I can just talk more about the game. And I wanna get through the ending credits to check something. I wanna see if saving the clear save of the ending will affect other save files, which will be really good. Oh no, I forgot to do the extra battle. I can fix that. We're still on the same recording. That should literally be less than 5 minutes. I feel horrible for how Gray is getting treated in these last two endings. That's actually like making what I was like sort of mentioning earlier sort of even worse. How Annette and her mother and Randolph, all that plot surrounding that feels a bit separate. It's even worse with how they're shuffling Gray off the screen like that. And then the main character didn't even want to speak, or Slane didn't even want to speak up to say, "Hey, that's actually Gray. That's not me." He was just gonna let Gray, get her. I feel bad for Gray. I can't trust stupid Restream's chat overlay. I messed up. I forgot to unpause the recording. We have to watch that again. Darn. Wish we didn't have to watch the credit scene every time, but could be worse, because I wouldn't be doing all the endings if I didn't have that quote-unquote super save right there, and I would have to fight the final boss again and again. But I mean, I do feel bad for Gray, but now that I'm thinking about it, at least the Dark Lord slain literally before he died and did this, said, to give Gray his body back once Xeon was defeated. So it's not like Slain was planning to hijack the body. I don't think the other endings should be tied in with Gray, and Hopefully Gray doesn't get upset anymore with the rest of the endings. That sort of hurts to see. Because Gray is a main character too. Like, I'm playing as Gray too. If that makes any sense. Like, it hurts to see like one of the main characters I'm playing as, like the protagonist I'm playing as, like basically get sort of, I guess, screwed over. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but like, he's as much as a protagonist as Slane is, in my opinion. So that sort of hurts to see. Might have been neat if Gray and Slane could have coexisted in one body, but that would have I guess solved the issue. Let's see if it saves the clear save data to every file. It does. Okay. That's great. Now, sadly, we're gonna have to watch these stupid credits again, since, they won't let me clear that text to reveal the CG for Annette's ending, and I didn't know that. I was relying on the CG gallery to just let me feel the CG and not have text in the way, so I have to watch this again. What is it?
じいさんずるいで。わい一人にこないなもん担がせて。
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I knew that demo was out. I bet Nisa's marketing it as, oh, you can start with Trails of Horizon. Okay, I guess I'll just say it. I'll come out and say it. It's my own stream. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I feel bad that Gray gets cucked in 2 of these endings so far. Sorry about that. I was gone while the credits were... I went to go to the restroom real quick, since the credits were rolling. And I can't skip these. Matches. I don't remember... I don't remember anything mentioning him working there. I might be wrong, though, or misremembering, but is that a fact? Make sure that's a fact that he actually, was stationed there or something. Also, Reen, look at this. I'll go ahead and watch this again fully. Except we never got Growlanser 1 localized. Such a neat message when we don't even have that game localized. That's insane. Wow. Kurt and Miller's dad really worked there. Then yeah, they probably did it for the waifu stuff. I'm gonna start going a bit faster for the endings. As in skipping repeated text that was in the other endings.
お疲れ様です、ダークロード様。 先ほどシオンの魂が冥界へ向かうのを確認しました。これで世界を覆っていた。これが魂の壺ですな。それからこれは記憶の。
これで全て終わりですね。みんなのところへ戻りましょうか。
I think they are because Leanne Sandlot, like, why not just have descendants of Saint Sandalot, even if, like,
クロード様の魂をその肉体から取り出しませんと。
I would have rather, Leanne Sandlot have descendants at that point.
そんな。
あなたも使い人ならば、使い人の掟があることをご存知でしょう。それ、このままの状態が続けば、せっかく残したグレイの魂は消滅してしまうでしょう。それはダークロード様が残された遺言に反します。
ならば別の体に彼の魂を移せば彼は死なずに済むのですね。
そういうことになりますが、受け入れる肉体にある魂のない肉体がない以上、どうしようもないことなのです。
It's just the fact that the, Vanders got safted.
では私の体に。
In the arc that they should have had the most importance.
ちょっと待った。じいさん、こんなことも。
これはそっくりさんがもう一人。
シオンがやっていた
はい。
I don't know.
よう、また会ったな。
お疲れ様でした、グレイさん。
あんたも偉かったな。よう耐えたで。
人をガキ扱いするなよ。
そらそうや。アンさんが生まれるずっと前から生きとるさかいな。わいから見りゃ子供と同じや。
なんじゃと？つまり何か？お主はそういう立場でありながらわしをじいさん扱いしていたということかね？
いや、じいさんほどやないって。
よかったですね。それとも冥界に行かれることを望んでいましたか？精霊使いと人間との恋は報われないですか？
まあとにかく大団円やな。ほなみんなのところへ帰ろうか。ん？なんや？そっか。なあなあ。
Yeah. I just don't even like talking about trails anymore that much. I know you played Metaphor, if I remember correctly. I remember you. I also don't mention anything about Metaphor since I haven't played it or beaten it. I've only played like what the demo had to offer. I do mean to go back to that game and beat it at some point, but anyways, I remember you saying you liked the first party member in Metaphor. So I just assumed that you had played the Persona series already. Or at least the Persona game. Like, Persona is also being dragged for a new entry, and they just keep remaking the old games. I guess every game company just wants to remake all their old games because they can't make an original product at this point. Originality, what's that? Never heard of it. Creativity? Nah. We gotta remake our old games. We gotta play it safe. Like, it's actually so annoying. I'm actually getting tired of all the remakes for games that like have a good enough version on the market. Also, at this point, I don't think I should even play Metaphor because I have a heavy suspicion that it's gonna get an ultimate version or something. Like, I know that well, was gonna say I know it didn't get any DLC, but it actually did get DLC, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I suspect Metaphor to get like an ultimate version at some point. Like, maybe an ultimate version that gets put on the Switch 2 or something. And yeah, I know Atlas said like, oh, we realize our remakes of games aren't selling because people are waiting for like the definitive edition of our games and stuff. Don't care. They're still probably gonna keep doing it. Sorry about that. Yeah, I agree with you there, Reen. I see you're not mentioning anything about Persona 1, though. Where's Persona 1 on your rankings? Naoto's useless, if that's the hot take. Naoto is a useless detective.
お疲れ様です、ダークロード様。先ほどシオンの魂が冥界へ向かうのを確認しました。これで世界を覆っていた闇は晴れ、日の光も元に戻るでしょう。これが魂の壺ですな。では私たちがこの中の魂を輪廻の輪に戻しておきましょう。
Reen, you can keep typing, but I might not be able to talk for 5 to 10 minutes. But keep typing and I'll read it and I'll get back to you once I can unmute myself.
これで全て終わったわね。
If you want to, that
と
is.
ころへ戻りましょう。
いいえ、まだです。ダークロード様の魂をその肉体から取り出しませんと。
でもそんなことをしたら。
しかしこのままダークロード様がこの肉体に居座れば、元の魂であるグレイ・ギルバートの魂が消滅してしまうのです。それにダークロード様が憑依の秘術を使われた時の遺言があります。シオンを倒した暁にはおとなしく死を受け入れる。肉体の持ち主を救ってやってくれと。
一つ聞きたいのだけど、肉体を失った魂はどうなるの？
魂は輪廻の輪に戻らねばなりません。そう、冥界に旅立ち再生の時を待つのです。あなたも闇の精霊使いの素質を持つ者、受け入れてもらわねばなりません。それにこの体がなくなるわけではありません。安心しなさい。
違う。いくら外見が同じだって魂が違ったらそれは別人じゃない。私が好きなのは外見だけじゃないの。
よく言った。
じいさんずるいで、わい一人に
こんな
クリさんがもう一
シオンがやっていた方法から思いついてな。見ての通りこのままでは魂がない。精霊使いのあんたたちならこの体に魂を移せるんじゃないかな。
はい。
やっと自分の体に戻れたぜ。
なんや、愛想ないやっちゃな。
Well, Gray just booked it this time.
本当に本物？
大断言じゃな。
よっしゃ、みんなで帰ろう。なんや、はあ。そっか、ホモンクルスになってもうたから見えへんようになってもうたよな。わかった、任しとき。なあなあリーダー、ラミーからの伝言や。
今まで楽しかった。
これから幸せになってね。だそうや。
I don't necessarily understand why Risei likes the MC so much in Persona 4. Meat! 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 Yeah, like I'd be raked over. People would love to rake me over the coals if just because I don't like Chie. Bro, come on. Instant ban. The person trying to sell me viewers, I banned them. Do you not see it? Yeah, but I wasn't saying I was banning you. No, I wasn't banning you. Yeah. YouTube doesn't have that issue. It's Twitch. I constantly have to ban the bots. someone came into... I had... Because it's hard... I can't... I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and, like, the chat on one of my monitors that I have is dedicated to just reading chat. The chat... The chat I have on YouTube and Twitch pulled up. I can't just click on... it's hard to explain. I have a program called Restream that has both YouTube and Twitch chat combined, so I can just view both of them if anyone types a message. And I can't just click on a name, on like a bot's name and ban them from that. But since I was lurking in my Twitch chat, since I couldn't talk for a moment, I was able to instantly ban him really quick. That bot. Okay, go on with what you were saying. What was his actual name? Leo. I'm trying to remember his actual, like, name. I know he's the one that burnt the shrine down. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually saw that very recently, like, within this week. I didn't know that. I didn't know Tauros. I don't remember, or maybe I just missed that. But yeah, Tauros basically is, yeah, what you're saying. Tauros mask. I don't remember his name either. Like, I remember their mask, but, not their actual names.
お疲れ様です、ダークロード様。先ほどシオンの魂が冥界へ向かうのを確認しました。これで世界を覆っていた闇は晴れ、日の光も元に戻るでしょう。これが魂の壺です。それからこれを。
さあ、これで終わりやな。めでたしめでたしや。
いいえ、まだです。ダークロード様の魂をその肉体から取り出しませんと。
おっと、そうやった。今までお疲れやったな、リーダー。あの世に行っても元気にしたってや。
Wow, heal.
お待たせしました。ビクトル様の命令で例のものをお持ちしました。
Heal just went, well, tough luck. See you in the next life.
なんやろ。
Oh, Heal isn't carrying this.
おお、ホムンクルスかい。じいさんナイスやな。この体にリーダーの魂移し替えたってや。
はい、お任せください。
Yeah, I see your point, Omrine.
やっと俺様の体が戻ったぜ。
やったな、リーダー。リーダーと会うてからまだそんなんたっとらんのに、なんかえらい昔からの親友のように思えるで。嬉しいこと言ってくれますな。さあ、ワイらは親友や。
I like Heal.
とにかくこれで大団円や。よっしゃ、みんなで帰ろう。
Let's go get drinks, Heal.
なんや。そっか、ホモンクルスになってもうたから見えへんようになってもうたよな。わかった、任しとき。
That doesn't really make sense that since the Dark Lord is in a homunculus's body, he can't see Raimi.
今まで楽しかった。これから幸せになってね。だそうや。
Because his soul is still the same.
新しい
Same. I definitely feel the same way. Bro, why can't I date these people? Like, where's the social links? Yeah. I wish. Let me think. The only thing I've been recently watching was, well, I watched Konosuba, when it first aired, and the second season of that too. Wait a sec, cutscene. When we get to the next, credits roll, I'll speak on it. Basically, I rewatched that series and I have more to say. I was watching, the most recent thing I did was rewatch Konosuba season 1 and 2, and I never saw the Konosuba movie, so that's like the latest I got in the Konosuba series, and I wanted to watch season 3 of Konosuba that aired sort of recently, which I haven't watched yet, but I had to watch the movie, and I have to watch the Megumin side anime, which I sort of like once I finished the movie, but like I haven't felt up to watching the Megumin side anime to be able to proceed to season 3 of that. Of course I could skip it, but like I like playing games in chronological order. Or not playing it, watching things or experiencing things in chronological order, and apparently I should do that before I watch season 3. I'll talk more once we get to the next credit roll, because then I'll be done with all the endings.
疲れ様です、ダークロード様。先ほどシオンの魂が冥界へ向かうのを確認しました。これで世界を覆っていた闇は晴れ、日の光も元に戻るでしょう。これが魂のそれから
さあ、これで終わりじゃな。
いいえ、まだです。ダークロード様の魂をその肉体から取り出しませんと。
それだが少し待ってもらえぬか。
一体何を？
じいさんずるいで、わい一人にこないなもん担がせて。
こんなこと。
へいへい、とに人使いが荒いわ。
このホムンクルスには魂がない。ここにリーダーの魂を移し替えることはできるか。
はい、お任せください。
やっと俺様の体が戻ったぜ。
お前さんにはいろいろ世話になったからな。もしお前さんと出会わなかったら、わしはシオンの悪事の片棒を担いだままじゃった。これはそのお礼じゃ。これで一つくらい借りは返せたかの。
やったなリーダー、これで大団円や。よっしゃ、みんなで帰ろう。なんや、そっか、ホモンクルスになってもうたから見えへんようになってもうたやな。わかった、任しとき。なあなあリーダー、
今まで楽しかった。これから幸せになってね。
I need to watch Vinland Saga. I hear too many great things about that. Okay, I'm glad you like Gundam 00. Gundam 00 is my favorite Gundam. Gundam... I saw something about Gundam Seed, and I know it's true. Gundam Seed has a lot of NTR in it, sort of. And it's really odd. I sadly don't... I don't know what character, whose name responds to who with what you're saying. I'm assuming that's characters in Gundam 00, but like, it's been so long, I don't remember the names. I haven't watched Iron Blooded Orphans. Last Gundam series I watched was Gundam Age. I wish Gundam Dynasty Warriors Gundam. What is it? Dynasty Warriors Gundam Warriors 3? I forget. It's the Gundam game. It's the Dynasty Warriors game with the Gundam in it. I forget exactly what it's called though. I think there's 3 games. And I really love the 3rd game, but I think it's trapped on PS3. Like, I don't know its title, but I love the 3rd one. And I didn't fully beat it or anything. I would love to play it on stream. But, well, actually I can do it. It just sucks that it's stuck on PS3, as far as I know, unless, like, it got a port that I'm unaware of, but... Like, that was really fun to play. Especially the 3rd one. Like, the 3rd one especially, and I didn't finish the 3rd one. Like, that... when I was playing the 3rd one was during a very horrible time in my life. So I wasn't able to, like, beat it due to circumstances outside of my control. Maximilian. And, Wolfgang. Notice how I didn't even hesitate to say that, though. No hesitation. Wolfgang and Maximilian. Growling... I feel as if you like Growlanser too. I might be wrong, but that's sort of how your comments sort of read to me. And I'm sorry to say, like, I really didn't like Growlancer 2. Like, lots of stuff felt contrived. Growlancer 2 was a game that really didn't need to be made, in my opinion. Like, it sort of... Yeah, the magic system is good. Like, I don't like the cooperation mechanic for the magic in Growlancer 3 and 4. Yeah, I didn't... The story, like... it's unneeded. It's just unneeded. Like, you could skip that game and you wouldn't... I don't even think you would miss out on anything. Okay, we got every character's ending. Great. So there's one more thing I have to do, and I guess I'm gonna show you something. I don't know if you knew this. Is the extra menu gallery complete? I wish I could get this CG without this stupid text. Like, I can't dismiss this text. That's really toxic. Like, no button I'm pressing will let me do it. Wait. There's a split second. Or you can sort of do it. Maybe if I do a little flip. Yeah. Oh, you think he's like Wolfgang? That bastard? Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Hate that guy. Wait. Where did this come from? Okay. Yeah, like, I hate that guy, but, like, that's what you want from a villain, is to hate... You want to hate the villain. Yes, I definitely hate... I despise him. And that's sort of what you want in a villain anyway. Like... This is really annoying. This is a great way to enjoy getting each character's ending, by the way. Being rewarded with these CGs, except that it's blemished with this stupid done text that you can't freaking dismiss. Great way to reward the player for getting every character's ending. Yeah, I hated that villain. There is one more thing to do that I forgot to do before we fought the final boss, so let's finish that. By the way, Reen, look at this. Oops. Why is my party dismissed? No. So you can import the Growlanser 2 characters to this game with like a device. Nah, he's a villain. Sure. No, 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 no. Not yet. No. I actually don't have a clue what you're talking about with that. Oh, that's stupid. Uh... I'll be honest, I do like Lelouch, but I'm not going to, like, dismiss your opinion of you hating him. I don't know if it's a hot take. I'm sure there's other people that hate loose. Good job. Stop dodging. Good job. Okay, we're gonna get the ultimate gem now.
ワイに惚れんなよ。
Here we go. So if you get a perfect record in every single arena fight, just like with the Growlanser 4, you get an item that basically gives you... Well, this one I think just gives you good stats, but I know the one in Growlanser 4 like lets you learn every single skill at once. Yeah, but there wouldn't be an anime, or rather, there wouldn't be a story if it was as simple as that. This isn't really that great. Also, why is it called M2? I wonder if you can clone this. In Growlanser 4, this thing, I know for a fact, lets you learn every single, like, skill, passive skill or or technique or something. This only gives you stats, yeah, and it's not even that great. The stats aren't even that great. And there's the battle log. Yeah, but I think Lelouch did that on accident. He didn't know the gas was permanently imprinted on his eyes at that point. Though I guess he could have been a bit more careful about like saying stuff. But if I remember correctly, Lelouch just simply didn't know that the gas had was permanently on his eye, imprinted on his eye at that point. So we basically, I think we 100% Growlanser 3. We're done with a playthrough for that. I think I'm going to end the stream for now, but I'm gonna come back up and start Growlanser 5. And again, I've already played Growlanser 4. It's on my YouTube channel. I played it a few months ago and streamed it, and I wasn't. That's why Growlanser 4 is being skipped. And I have been itching so badly to see what Growlanser 5 is like. I think we only have Growlanser 5 and 6 left. Wasn't planning to marathon these, by the way, but it just ended up that way. And actually, it'd be a nice Christmas present for myself. I just don't want the stream to be associated with since we beat this game, I want the next stream to like just be focused on Growlanser 5 in particular. I'll play through Growlanser 4 again to do the Dolkenheim and on the original route that's not modified, where you have to let the girl with the scythe die. And get all the endings too. I sort of want to get all the endings. Yeah, see you potentially later. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I'll be back up soon with Growlanser 5.